Okay, we're going to be talking about box plots today. A box plot is a display that shows how the values in a data set, okay, now the values in a data set is just a list of numbers, okay? So it's a display of how the numbers in a data set are spread out. So you're basically taking a list of numbers and figuring out a way to display it in an easier way to read it on a number line. So to make a box plot, you have to find these 5 values. You have to find the least value, which is just the smallest number. We're going to find the lower quartile, and I'll explain what that means. You're going to find the median. You're going to find the upper quartile, and you're going to find the greatest value. Those 5 points are going to make your box plot. So we'll come back to this in a minute, but your lower quartile, how you're going to find your lower quartile is you are going to find the median. Okay, you've already found the median of the numbers, the middle number. And then you're going to find the median of the lower or the first half of the numbers. So you're basically finding the median of the first half of the numbers. That's your lower quartile. Your upper quartile is going to be the median of the upper or the second half of your numbers. So basically you're finding the median 3 times. Okay? The median 3 times. You're finding the median, the middle, then you're finding the median of the first half and the median of the second half. All right, and that's what's going to make your box down here, and we'll go over that more in a minute. Your interquartile range. Okay, regular range is just your largest number minus your smallest number. But interquartile range, you see the word quartiles. So you're going to take your quartiles, your upper and your lower quartile, and you're going to subtract those. So it's just going to be your upper quartile minus your lower quartile. And we'll go over that a little bit more. So if you have a set of data, a list of numbers, you're going to put them in order from least to greatest, and they've already done that for you. Okay? You're going to go ahead and you're going to mark out, and you're going to find the middle number. We've done that before. Okay? That is the median. So 35 is your median, and that is going to be that middle dot right there in your box on the box plot. It's going to be your middle dot. So since 35 is your perfect middle, it's not going to be included in your first half or your second half of your numbers. So I would always circle your first half of your numbers and circle your second half of your numbers. And now, in order to find the lower quartile, right here, we're going to find the median of the lower half of the numbers. So we're going to find the median of the first half. So we're going to mark out the numbers until we have a perfect middle number. And that right there is the lower quartile. Okay, and that's going to be this dot right here. That's going to be that dot. So our lower quartile was 28, so we put a dot at 28. Now we're going to find the upper quartile, which is the median of the second half of your numbers, your upper numbers, your bigger numbers. So we're going to find the median, and that is going to be, that middle number is going to be 42. So that's your upper quartile. And that's going to be this dot right here. So your median and your upper and lower quartiles, those are going to be the dots that make your box. Okay? Now, these we call whiskers. All right? Your whiskers are the easiest part of your box plot. You're going to take your least value, okay, your smallest number in the list, which is 25. That's going to be 1 whisker. Then you're going to take your greatest value, which is 46 in this list. Okay, your greatest value, your greatest number, your biggest number, and that's going to be this whisker. All right, so on the back, I have a step-by-step instructions, okay? The box plot gives you the visual display of how data is distributed, okay? These are Ed's quiz grades. He has 9 quiz grades. All right, so you're going to list the scores in order from least to greatest. Now, what I would do if I were you is I'd count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I would put 9 blanks. all right, and then put them in order from least to greatest, because if you miss a number or add an extra number, everything that you're going to be doing from here on out is going to be wrong. So step 1, list them from least to greatest. Step 2, okay, identify your least and your greatest values. There's 70 and 90. Those are going to be your whiskers on your box plot in a minute. Step 3, identify the median. Find that middle number, okay, that's going to be 80. So your median is going to be 80. Identify the lower quartile and the upper quartile, okay? So we're going to circle our first half of our numbers, circle our second half of our numbers, and we're going to find the middle number. Now, halfway in between 76 and 76 is just 76. Then we're going to find the upper quartile. We're going to find the median. And it's going to be halfway between 87 and 89, which is going to be 88. Now remember, if you are trying to find the median and it's not easy to see like this, let's say this was 80 and 95, you would find the mean of those two. You would add them together and divide by 2, and that would find you the perfect median, that perfect middle number. So now you have your lower quartile, your median, and your upper quartile. And that's where you get your box, okay? So you're going to go ahead and make your box. We have 76, 80, and these are where your dots are, and 88. And that's going to make your box. You're going to put a straight line through those dots and then just make a box. Your whiskers are going to be your least and your greatest value, your 70 and your 90. Your whiskers do not have to be the same length. It all depends on the list of numbers, the set of data that you're given. So this is just another example, step-by-step instructions. Now we're going to do our own here. So first off, we're going to list the data in order from least to greatest. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 numbers. So I'm going to put 9 blanks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That way I don't miss any numbers. So 6 and 8 are my smallest. So I'm just putting them in order from least to greatest. I have 2 10s. And again, remember, if I'm going too fast, pause it so that you can catch up. 12 and 14. We have 15 and 15. And then 20. And I've filled up all of them, marked them out as I went. So I made sure I didn't miss anything. So we have our least value, which is going to be 6. Our greatest value, which is going to be 20. Now we have to find our median, our middle number. So I'm going to go ahead, I just kind of mark out above it, because I'm going to have to mark out in a minute and find my quartiles as well. So I'm thinking that 12 is going to be my median, but I'm going to make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4 marked out on that side. 1, 2, 3, 4 marked out on that side. So that's my perfect middle number. Now my lower quartile, remember, circle your first half, circle your second half. And we're going to find the median of our lower numbers. So mark them out. Halfway between 8 and 10 is going to be 9. And my upper quartile, find the median. Halfway between 15 and 15 is just going to be 15. And so since my smallest number is 6 and my biggest number is 20, I think I can count by ones down here. So I'm just going to start at 5 and number my number line and count by ones. Remember, you can pause at any point and catch up with your notes. All right, so I'm going to start with my box. I always do my whiskers last for some reason, but I'm going to start with my box. I have my lower quartile, my median, and my upper quartile. So I'm going to put dots above 9 and 12 and 15. So 9, 12, and 15. I'm going to draw my line through the dots. Okay, and now my whiskers are going to be my least value and my greatest value. So on your homework, you're not going to list your least and greatest value. You're just going to see them in your list, and you make sure that you draw your whiskers. So my least value is 6, so I put a dot above 6, and I drew my whisker out. My greatest is 20, so I put my dot above 20, and I draw my whisker out here. So on your homework, you're going to have to find your interquartile range okay? And your range. So your interquartile range on the front, it said that it was the upper quartile minus the lower quartile. So it was 15 minus 9, so in this case is 6. Your regular range is going to be your greatest value minus your least value. So that's going to be 20 minus 6, and that's going to give you 14.